Now, are you a good liar? Do you love being a big fibber? Do you reckon the only type of honesty is dishonesty? Well, you're a terrible human being. But that doesn't stop you from loving board games, because I have 5 games for you. They'll be right up your alley. These are going to be social deduction games, and in particular, I'm looking at that hidden traitor mechanic. So let's get into all of the lying and let's find out who is that guilty person at the table. Now, I learned in school that corrupt governments, well, they're just a whole bunch of naughty people. So I'm going to join up as the resistance and I'm going to fight this naughty corrupt government. Well, that is, unless I truly believe in these wonderful, wonderful people that is this government. Then I'll be playing as the spies and I'm going to infiltrate the resistance. Hence why we have one of the best social deduction games out there. Now, this game's been around a long time now, but truly, at higher player counts, you're not going to find a better social deduction game. In this game, you're trying to win up to 3 missions, and, well, you really don't know who to trust around the table. Now, at higher player counts, you might also want to add in the plot thickens. It's an extra expansion that comes in the game and really is going to add more intrigue to all of the players around the table. Now, being a spy is super easy when you have a whole group of other spies to help you out. But what if you're on your own? That is going to be the premise of my number 4 game, Inside Job. Now, Inside Job is very different to Resistance. In fact, the Resistance is a group against another group, whereas this is going to be one versus many. So what we've got here is you have an insider and you have a whole bunch of agents, and the agents are working cooperatively together to try and achieve missions, while the insider's trying to ruin those plans and win that intel briefs for themselves. Now, what is this sort of game? Well, it's a trick-taking game. Now, if you've played any sort of trick-taking game out there, games like The Crew, you would love then this game, Inside Job. Now, what we've got here is we've got trumps and we've got suits and we've got the standard numbers and we're trying to follow those suits. But what's a little bit different, a little bit unique about this is we have a whole bunch of missions. So every time we play a game, we're going to play around, we're going to have a certain mission that we're trying to achieve. So certain restrictions we have on that particular trick-taking round. So all of the agents have to follow by the standard rules. But this guy right here, the jerk, that insider, doesn't have to follow by any rules and they can play dirty. That's why I love me some Inside Job. Now, we've all got those friends who just refuse to play party games because it's just not a medium to heavyweight Euro. Well, I hate to tell you something. This is one of the best hidden traitor games out there, and this is the Chameleon. The Chameleon is a party game. The Chameleon is easy. Anyone can play it, and that's not a bad thing. So in the Chameleon, what we have here is a grid of all these different items. So this one is going to be hobbies. It's going to be a 4x4 grid. And the way we're going to know what we're playing is through a series of dice. So we're going to roll these dice, and then everyone around the table is going to get these cards. These cards are going to have just the grid numbers. It just tells you whatever dice you roll, it's going to tell you what word you're looking at. So let's have a look at, maybe the word is fishing. Okay, everyone around the table knows the word is fishing except for one person. And that person, instead of picking up this card here with all the grid numbers, is going to pick up this card that says they are the Chameleon. So they actually have no idea what that word is. So what's going to happen is around the table, everyone's got to give a 1-word clue. And fishing, I don't know, it could be hook, it could be fish, I don't know. Look, it could be absolutely anything. So realistically, I'm a dingbat. Like, I could have used any word in the English language and it would have been a better clue than the word fish. If what I'm trying to do is give a clue for fishing, don't use the word fish. That is wrong, and that is silly, and that would be just stupid. So I want to apologize. But look, let's try to explain the game. What you're trying to do is you're trying to give clues so everyone else around the table knows that you know the word. But you don't want to be so specific that the Chameleon then can guess what the word is based on your clues because they were too narrowed in. So there you go. Don't be a dingbat like me. Play the game better. It's so simple. It's so quick. And my kids love it. This is a great party game to introduce to a lot of new people. Why are we so snobby when it comes to party games? They add so much fun to our lives, and the Chameleon truly is one of the best. Number 2, and we have One Night Ultimate Werewolf. Now this is going to be the quicker playing version of Ultimate Werewolf, but this is really for me the ultimate version of this because it's quick playing, the kids love it, and it's just a lot of fun. Now what we're doing in One Night Ultimate Werewolf is we're going to be getting our own identity at the start of the game, and that's going to be through one of these cards. Now your identity could be the werewolf, or you could be any other player there, including villagers. Now, over the course of the game, you're going to hear this audio go on in the background. It's going to tell you, maybe if you're the werewolf, open your eyes and look around for other werewolves. So you're going to do that. It's going to go through each single character until you get to the end. Now, here's the thing. Over the course of the game, your character could be swapped around. Someone could have swapped your character around. You've got to use social deduction to try and figure out, firstly, who you are, but most importantly, you've got to try and figure out who the werewolves are. And if you're the werewolves, well, you're trying to cast doubt on everyone else but yourself. It is a fun, quick playing game, and you're going to be playing multiple games of this in a row. Now, the reason this is number 2 is because this is one of my family's favorite games ever. I play this probably more than I think any other game in this household. And sometimes that's a good thing, sometimes it's a bad thing, but I absolutely love me some One Night Ultimate Werewolf. Now, number 2 is going to be a joint one. I've got a bonus game for you. Now, I don't own this game, but it's going to be a very similar mold, but also very different. I'm talking about Blood on the Clocktower. It's just like Ultimate Werewolf, but it's taking it to a whole new cinematic level. In this game, you're going to be getting your own characters, just like One Night Ultimate Werewolf. And over the course of the game, people are going to get voted off. But the beautiful thing about Blood on the Clocktower is, even if you get voted off, you can still play in the game, you can still participate. So it really is all about that is conversations. You want to be going off, having side conversations. You're going to be doing a whole bunch of bluffing, a whole bunch of fun. But the main other difference is you're going to need a storyteller. That storyteller is going to be running the show. Well, One Night Ultimate Werewolf has that audio track going on, and that's basically guiding you through in this Blood on the Clocktower. You're going to need that storyteller, and you're going to need someone who's really good at it. I'm really lucky. I've got a guy who's taught me this game twice now. He is brilliant at teaching this game, and for that reason, it had to be somewhere in this top 5. So it's like a 2A, 2B sort of thing. So there we go. Let's see what my number 1 is. And my number 1 social deduction game is Curses and Covens by Good Games Publishing. Now this is a real hidden gem game, and is a bit of a different take on this social deduction idea. In this game, you're going to be playing as either a witch hunter or the townsfolk. So again, it's a one versus many game. Now in this game, you're going to have all this beautiful art. But what's happening is the witch hunter is trying to collect 5 different witches. So you've got different suits, pink, blue, and you're also going to have green. He's going to try and get those 5 witches. Now for the townsfolk, what they're trying to do to win is any one player, any one townsfolk just needs 3 of the same color witch in their hand, and then they're going to win. But there's just more to it than this. You're going to have things like magic involved. If townsfolk have certain combinations of colors, then they're going to get special abilities for that round. Well, let's just understand, how does a round work? Well, firstly, the witch hunter starts off knowing all of the cards, and that's a massive advantage. Then the witch hunter is going to pass out some cards. So again, the witch hunter will know what everyone has. But this is where it gets interesting. The townsfolk now have an advantage. They can now, between all the townsfolk, now they can either give out a card or they can request a card. Now, this is all going to be done hidden. Obviously, the witch hunter can hear you, so you're just not going to give anything away. Remember, you're trying to get 3 of the same suit into one person's hand, while the witch hunter's trying to pay attention to everything that's going on, try and understand. Remember, at the start of the round, he knew maybe that person had a blue witch. Now, did that person hand the blue witch over, or have they still got it? A lot of fun deduction, and it's just a brilliant game. Anyway, so there's 6 social deduction games, and look, if there's anything that I've missed, I'd love to hear from you. Leave a comment below. But all of these games I absolutely thoroughly love. So there we go. That's all I've got now. I'm Hogs. This is the Bangers Project. Laters.